Hey y'all, good afternoon. So, we are going to be speaking on why women cheat. Because women cheat too. Oh, so I'll wait for a few more of you guys to comment so that I know that you are watching and you are here. So, we are going to be discussing the many reasons why it is that women cheat. So, if you are men and you are tuning in to kind of know the reasons why women would choose to cheat, especially if they are with someone who is, pretty decent or whatever. But we're going to tell you today on this channel. Hey. Okay, I see some of y'all. All right, good, good. Okay, I see some of the members too. If y'all want to be a member, y'all just go to the channel page and join to be members. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I see you guys. Appreciate y'all. The the names that are in the green, those are the members. So if y'all are wondering. Okay. So women tend to cheat due to the fact that a lot of times they don't feel as if they are as cherished or as, given what they used to be given in the relationship anymore. It's like the attention and the time and the effort that was, given during the courtship or the early part of the relationship has disappeared, or that person doesn't value you the same anymore. So the woman, and it's probably the same for men too. So the woman will definitely go and seek that elsewhere, or it will find her naturally, depending on whatever she does for a living, or where she's at, who sees her, and so on and so forth. So a lot of women will also be approached, and a lot of times that attention will definitely be almost like a memory, like, oh my gosh, I remember this feeling and I really like it, or oh my gosh, I remember what this was like to have some sort of relationship with someone that's actually happy to see you, or excited to see you, or da, da, da. So that's why women start cheating, um, and I'm sure this is the same for men as well. So a lot of people ask, well, what is it about relationships that make couples lose their interest in each other? I feel like that is knowing the real person. Okay. Now let's get that together. Knowing the real person that exists behind the facade of what most people feel is who they're in a relationship with. Okay. And sometimes people will tell you who the real person is, but a lot of times men or women do not listen, and they go for that anyway. For me, I already tell people I'm crazy before it even starts. Before anything happens. Y'all know I'm crazy, right? And sometimes people don't care, and sometimes they do. Um, so that's why you have to know that when you are in a relationship, if you know that you're probably not getting what you want out of the relationship, then you definitely know that there is a possibility of one of you guys cheating. So I guess for people that are in a new relationship, this is their main worries. Are they going to cheat on me? Da-da-da-da. Probably, if you're not doing what you used to do, and vice versa. Okay. Or if the feelings wear off, or if you start not getting along, or if the real you is not compatible with that person's real them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people um, choose to marry for different reasons rather than compatibility or love or anything. Sometimes people marry for other reasons, and even in like different books that I've read, there are different compatibilities with the different signs, and there are signs for love, signs for friendship, and best signs for marriage, and best signs for working relationship. So a lot of the times the love and the friendship did not line up with the person that was best to marry. So knowing those things, especially if you read those sort of books, it's kind of like you're not going to get everything in one package, and you are never going to have that unless you find the rare, you know, package, or you create it yourself with, making sure that this person has whatever it is that you would like in one person. But at the same time, it's very hard. Okay. You said online cheating ain't real. You said cheating is cheating. Da, da, da. Well, there are whatever means cheating to you is going to affect you as if that person cheated. So that's why I'm saying, like, if online talking to people feels like cheating to you, then that's cheating. If it feels like it's not cheating, then it's not cheating. So it just depends on the person that is receiving, that news or that information. Uh, and women tend to cheat because they also don't get, you know, um, special treatment anymore from whoever they're with. So they seek it elsewhere because women naturally grow up learning that, oh, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that, you're so pretty, whatever man finds you is going to be lucky and they're supposed to treat you good and da, da, da. So when you no longer feel that, you start to feel something is wrong. Like, oh my God, something is wrong. I don't feel that anymore. Um, and so when you feel it from any direction, it's almost as if it feels correct, in your mind. So it's like, okay, that feels right. Even if it ain't right, it feels right because that's what you've been taught. And that's what people have been telling you all your life. That's what people told you, when you were younger. That's what they're telling you now. They've never stopped telling you except for the person that is the person that is with you. So this is another reason that women cheat. Okay. And, a lot of men will tell you guys not to compliment women, not to give them, anything and da da da. Well, all that's going to do is make them cheat faster. And I know sometimes men don't really care if they're not trying to have that woman in their life for a long term. But you have to realize that they're going to find it somewhere else, or it's going to find them, especially if they do look good. Okay. Um, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. So yeah, now that's what you are learning on a lot of these channels, like that it doesn't feel wrong when you're supposed to be feeling that from whoever you're with. And that's a reason why a lot of men will also say that they cheat. Oh my God, you don't treat me like you used to. And this woman was giving me, she made me feel like the man, or da 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 da. But always, well, I'm not going to say always because I don't know everybody. But to me, it seems as if someone gets comfortable faster than the other person, because in the woman's mind, the man is supposed to do this, and in the man's mind, the woman is supposed to do that. Well, when women and men get comfortable, when a man gets comfortable, he thinks he's got you. That's where he messes up. And I always teach, don't ever let him catch you, baby. To keep them always chasing. And even though they may be chasing, they may not be chasing as fast as they should, or they may not be chasing as often as they should, or they may give up the chase and feel like they already got you, so they don't have to chase. So a lot of times men feel like that, and they forget that other men are also chasing. whether you still in a race or not. You know what I'm saying? Especially if are, out and about, or if you are, if you even go to work, you drive down the street, okay? So they have to know that to stay in the race, they got to continue what they started. And I'm not giving women the pass to go cheat, but I'm actually explaining why women cheat when they cheat. So don't think that I'm saying it's okay to cheat. I'm just telling you why women cheat. They also cheat because um, okay, let me see, read some of these questions. You said it's also scary to cheat. Some guys really kill themselves if they had found out. Um, I don't know if you're talking about literally or what, but like, I don't know about that. So you said, so cheating is almost, and I wouldn't really even call it cheating because it's not, unless it's a game to you and him. So it's not really called cheating. I guess what they would call it is infidelity or whatever. But unless you're playing a game, it's not cheating. So, um, you never cheated because you're with someone else. You ain't ever coming back, so it's already done in my mind. Guys hate when women discuss cheating. It makes them seem so insecure. I love it. Ha, ha. Well, and a lot of men feel like if somebody is doing everything that you need them to do for you, that you shouldn't cheat on them. But everything that's needed, it's not everything that's wanted. There's a difference, okay? The only thing people really need in this world is food, shelter, clothing, bills paid if you're a woman. Um, you know, those are needs, but wants are something totally different. So you may get everything you need from whoever you're with, but are you getting what you want? Not, you don't have to get everything you want, but are you getting some of the things that you want? And do they even know what you want? Do they ask what you want? So sometimes women aren't able to get all the things that they want or some of the things that they want. So, and they find it somewhere else or someone presents it to them and say, here, this is what you want, right? Or here, this is what you want but don't need but want. So if and this is another reason why I teach what I teach. When I teach women to make sure that you get what you need and some of the things that you want. Okay? So when you're wanting something because you have everything you need, then that's when your partner, spouse, husband, wife, or whoever is supposed to say, hey, what can I get you? What do you want? What do you want to do? What do you want? Where do you want to go? Da, 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 da. And then they have to be serious in completing the task of getting you what you want. Okay. Um, if you withhold attention, you're cheating. Okay. Well, that's very, straightforward. So, at least they know. And I feel like going into a relationship, if I could say that you would tell the person, I like attention, I like getting the things I need and want. I think if you tell them that from the start, and if I don't, I will find a way to get it. They will know. They will know, like when they start lacking on whatever it is they're supposed to be doing, they already know where your mind is going. They already know where your mind is going. So I feel that telling someone like that, in that manner, will keep them on their toes, keep them trying to do this, keep them trying to do that. And sometimes they forget and they take you for granted and they don't remember what you told them because lots of men don't listen. Okay. So they're just trying to get you at that moment in time, but they never really listen to you. And so they don't really, you know, see where you're coming from. So what I'm saying is a lot of times when women tell you, I like attention, I like to get my way, da 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 da, I'm spoiled, that's translation for you better treat me the same the way you treat me the first day you met me, or somebody else starts, you know what time it is. Oh, and women will tell you that, and that's the translation. And so men do get comfortable, and women allow that sometimes, but we understand every day you're not going to be able to do that, but pick a few days out the week and make up for those days that you missed. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, somebody else will definitely do that. Okay. And even if those relationships or who the women cheated with, even if those relationships don't last, they were not, they were not meant to last. They were meant to perform a specific want or, you know, a specific want at that time, because a lot of people, will tell you, well, um, I don't know why I did that, but I did that because I felt this way, you know. So I feel that most women will cheat, and a lot of them will get away with it because men don't pay attention and men don't give them attention as much as they should, even if the woman is quote unquote, you know, well received by others or attractive or others want her. They get complacent and they forget that men are always looking at women, even if they're married. Okay. So you said we get away with it. We get away with it, baby. We get away with it. And the reason why we get away with it is because they don't pay attention enough. And so if you were paying attention, you would have known. So that should tell you why women cheat, because they can get away with it because the man is not paying enough attention to them. Period. That's it. Like, women tend to pay attention to men, and they can tell when something is different or off. They can tell because they pay close attention. You know, a lot of times women are waiting on the man to reprise his role as the one who chases. Okay. And so sometimes we're also, seeing if you're even paying attention. Are you paying attention? And the only way most men find out that their woman is even cheating on them is if the woman tells them. Okay. Then, most men expect the cheating, so it's not happening until you know. Most men expect the cheating, but doesn't make no sense. Well, I guess if they do, they do. They don't, they don't. Um, but I don't think most men expect cheating. But I don't know. Or if he goes through your phone like me, if he could get, like, sometimes, going through people's phones, people are too smart for that these days. You know what I'm saying? So if you're smart, and they ain't gonna find that in your phone. You said women don't cheat, we exercise our options. Oh my goodness. Should we lie and tell him we left our past partner because of lack of attention? Um, if you think that will be helpful, but and you know that he's listening to you. Mm-hmm. You'll leave your phone right there just because you don't care. Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and men cheat too. And sometimes men cheat with women who are cheating, and they cheating on they woman too at the same time. Like, it's like a double cheat. So when you you know, and I feel that a lot of people say, "Oh, well, why do you get married if you're just going to cheat, or why are you with someone or in a relationship if you're just going to cheat?" That's not why people cheat. It's not why. It's almost like, um the relationship and what it has, like, what has built, um, you know, a house, a family, a da da da. And so the attention is some of the things, some of the times the attention is what is missing, and everything else is okay. So that's what they're going to cheat for. It's kind of like, you have, you got some nice clothes, but you need some, you need a new accessory, or you need a new pair of shoes, or you need something extra because you have shoes, but the style has changed, or you want a different pair, or they're worn, or something like that, and no one is offering to take you shopping or to gift you or even paying attention to your shoes anymore because they don't care about how you feel or want, or da da da. So the point is, cheating or wanting something extra does not mean the whole relationship is terrible. It just means you want something extra that you're also lacking. So, for example, men do the same thing. I've had more married men approach me than single men in my lifetime. I even married a man who was married who approached me. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you tell you guys are, you know, I think men are more likely to cheat first because they feel like they may have options, or that they don't ever want to be feeling as if they're tied down without the options. And that women cheat after, when they realize that they have options that they were not using. And, they tend to make up for lost time as well. So, um, yeah, you said cheating can go very wrong. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of times people will definitely not have, you know, um, the need to continue a relationship with anyone, or they may want to go get a whole new one, or they may want to, figure out what it is that they really need or want, and, give that information to themselves first, and then to whoever else needs to hear it. You say you single as a married man out there. Okay. That's how most of them act too. Do you feel it's wrong to leave if they cheat, or is going to happen anyway? Like I said, that all depends on your goal with the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish with that relationship depends on if you're going to leave or not. So it's a very individual answer. Mhm. Women cheat if their man forgot that she is the prize. Always maintain your position as the prize. Keep up your looks and make sure the man always knows you. Yep, yep, yep. True, true, true. Mhm. So, and I don't know what it's like on the other side. For men, I think men pay the price more for cheating than women do. Honestly, I think a man has to live, like, especially if they got caught by whoever they're still with. I feel like the man has to pay a heavier price because he hurt whoever that was. They He hurt their feelings, and da, da, da. But at the same time, I think they have to pay a higher price for cheating, but yet they do it more. So, I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe they don't care about the price of the cheating, because I feel that once they see that they can get away with certain things, or they have to pay a hefty price, a lot of times they figure, well, I'm already paying the price, so I might as well do this again and hopefully not get caught, or da, da, da. They're gonna tell you, um, you know, I learned my lesson, da da da. But did they really? Is it okay to date, talk to men, rich friend, if things didn't work out and the guy never really treated you all that good to begin with. I mean, I don't know. It depends on if that's what you want. Like, do you want that? If you want it, then do what you want. I definitely feel like if that's what you want and you don't care about the other person, then do what you gotta do. You gotta catch that anger when it, yeah. If if they love you, they won't want you to go, so they will step up. Okay. Too many men out here to go back to the same thing. Okay. How to always stay as the prize so they don't cheat. Um, you are, it doesn't matter if you stay the prize so they don't cheat. Like if you're the prize and you feel like you want to like if you're the prize and they cheat anyway, then they found another prize, or maybe not a prize at all, but maybe just an opportunity. So sometimes you are, just because you're a prize to someone doesn't mean you're not a prize to someone else as well. So there's no way to say just because I'm the prize they're not going to cheat. There's no way to say that. You know what I'm saying? So what you have to do is just be the prize that you are, if you want to. I mean, it's totally up to you. And know that that's not what stops people. Okay. You said what? Beyonce, Halle Berry, Angelina Jolie all got cheated on. Yeah, so I feel that that's not what stops people from cheating. Sometimes actually having the prize is what makes people feel like they can cheat as well. It goes both ways. Like, oh, I got this woman, that means I can get any woman now. You kind of, those women make those men look good and even better to other men. Like, oh, he's dating or he's married to such and such. Wow, I wonder what he's like. So you definitely add value of some sort to any man who has you, and and other men admire him because he has you. So it works both ways. Some men will admire you so much that they will try to talk to you behind the back of their friend or the back of whoever. They will turn around and try to talk to you from a whole, they'll definitely do that. And so, you have to make sure that you are able to um, be honest and say, hey, I'm married to such and such, or I talk to such and such, or I'm dating such and such, or blah 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 blah. And sometimes they're even okay with that. They don't care. I don't know why, but they don't care. You said it only proves that monogamy isn't natural. You know what? I don't think it's. A lot of people will say that. I don't think it's the word monogamy. I don't think people know the real versions of the people that they marry until later on. And it's not exactly who they wanted or thought that they would be. I think it's that because I've seen people who get along very well and become practically inseparable or best friends. And then I've also seen people who have married and not gotten to that level, of that type of friendship and closeness or bond. So I feel that a lot of times, when you marry, it's not always going to be for love or friendship, and that's why there's different, compatibilities on who's better to marry, who's better for love, and who's better for friendship, and they're not all the same type of person most of the time. So but if you feel that you don't find that in your partner, just know that there's a possibility for cheating. If you should find something that you like in someone else, or if you're getting the attention from someone else, or if you are having more things in common with someone else, you're definitely going to be attracted to certain things. And You may explore them and you may not, you know. Um, you said women cheat when something better comes along. That's not true. Because something better may not be something that you like, you know, and then also what was better? What does the word better mean? Better how? You said, Shira, this married man made a pretty bold flirting move on me. Does it mean he thinks I'm easy? I don't know. I don't know what he thinks, but I feel that if he was bold enough to make that move on you, you should know that he's a bold person. Oh, Aaliyah Sprinkle Sprinkle, what y'all doing? Cheating doesn't help any at all. It is not supposed to help, honestly. Why don't why don't cheat when something better comes along? We leave. Oh, we don't cheat. We leave. Yeah, but sometimes you can't just leave. And if you do, you know, you may have to come back and visit. You know, especially if you're in a long-term relationship or if you have kids. So sometimes that's not the answer. Um, if a woman cheats with a dusty, if a man cheats with a provider, how does a man feel about a woman like that? Maybe the man don't know the man, baby. Who knows? Maybe she never tells him. Hopefully she don't tell him. So if you're you know, if a woman is cheating with a dusty, then, you know, I don't know. But I don't think most women are going to cheat with a dusty if they have an opportunity. Uh, honestly, they probably won't. You see a Titanic. Well, y'all know she was young, though. She was young on Titanic. Okay. So why do they cheat with something ugly when they have a goddess? Da, da, da. Um, because maybe they want to be the pretty one in the relationship. I have no idea. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. For one time, just for once, they want to feel like the more attractive one. Okay, so I don't know. So who knows? I mean, if they feel more attractive to that woman than they do with their own woman, then hey, that maybe that's what they were looking for, how to feel, you know, attractive. Mm-hmm. Are they or they cheat because they are is what? You make a man believe even when you lie, when you catch what? That doesn't make no sense. You might be chaseable looking 50 pounds. I might have to run to catch ya. Ha ha ha. Okay. They cheat with someone ugly because they just want something quick and nasty. Okay. I don't know. There's so many reasons why people do that. I have no idea. But whatever reason it is, it's not going to last forever unless unless the people like each other and they decide they want to be together. But usually, if it's just, a couple times or one time or whatever, they're not trying to, do something to break up whatever families or relationships or whatever they have with their other person just because they're not doing the same things that they used to. Sometimes they will, but sometimes they won't. And a lot of times they won't. Um, and women know this. And so a lot of times they feel as if, okay, well, I got that attention from this person. So um, it felt nice. And so I like that attention. I like how that felt. And I don't get that here, or I should get that more here. Da, da, da. So that may not change anything unless, it may not change anything. And so that's when the woman may want to cheat again. Or she may, take a long time to allow, the person that she's with to get it correct. And if they don't, someone else will always be there and come along and be like, hey, I see you, da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And, sometimes it often happens. Again, that's why they tell you men who cheat, they will probably cheat again. And women who cheat will probably cheat again if the men don't change how they treat them. What makes a man believe that you are not cheating even when you are? When you act the same way and you don't change your acting patterns. Okay. And I'll tell you guys what makes it so easy for women to cheat is because we are so busy. We have so many tasks. We have to multitask. You won't even realize or notice anything because we're always so busy. Okay. And we pay close attention to details so we can, pretty much cover our tracks with the details. But the thing is, when women cheat, it's almost as if they feel as if the man deserves to get cheated on. Okay, it's not like, oh, I was weak or oh, I shouldn't have did that. No, like you deserve it, shoot. And this is why a lot of times women don't apologize for cheating. Seriously, they will never apologize because we okay, women don't apologize for cheating like men do. Say they don't have to. This world is so sleazy. I hate it here. Girl, you know any other world? You said women are easy to cheat on. They sure are. Anyone's easy to cheat on. That's not a problem. That's not the problem. Okay. Is he going through midlife crisis if he's married and hitting on women? Um, no, I think most men do that, honestly. I think most men who see an opportunity and think that they have a chance may, take the opportunity to see how far they can get, because like I think men like to hunt. And so once they have their women at home, they feel like they want to hunt some more. They're not domesticated yet. A lot of men feel like they still want to hunt. Like you can have a cat or a dog and feed them a bunch of cat food or dog food every day, but if they see a bird or a squirrel, they're going to chase it. Okay. So even if they have a bowl full of food, they're still going to chase that. You said not the squirrel. I don't know, child. But mm-hmm. Your boyfriend doesn't give you a lot of attention when we aren't together. He makes me feel alone enough to cheat. Girl, that's when you start. And men need to realize this. Like, I don't feel like women are needy. I feel that women are able to know that you care about them if you continue, not don't start it if you can't continue it. That's the thing. If you continue to give them at least half or 75% of the attention that you gave in the beginning, women know that you're going to get comfortable, but don't get too comfortable. Like, you know. So you can't get too comfortable because they will notice and be like, well, you're slacking, you know. Cheating is not for the emotional unless you are acting. Well, if you're in the top 1% of women, what you do not want work, what you do want work for most women. I would say this: just don't get caught. Then, if you can't cheat, then ask yourself why. I know that's terrible, right? If they can cheat but you can't, ask yourself why. Why can't I cheat? So that is terrible. I never said it was. I never said it was morally or ethically correct. I just said it is what it is. Okay, I'm not trying to sit up here and say that we should be this perfect example of this type of person. No, ain't nobody perfect. No one is perfect. hmm And I'm the type of person, like honestly, I'm the type of person who don't like naturally. I'm the type of person that will, and people don't realize, and they don't, sometimes they don't like how people react to certain situations, and they're like, well, why didn't she feel more remorseful, or why doesn't he feel more remorseful, because they just don't. you know you can't make someone feel what they don't feel, no matter what. Like, a lot of people will try to guilt trip you, but it still doesn't work. Like, it can't work. You can't guilt trip someone into making someone feel a certain way if they just don't. Okay, sprinkle sprinkle, what do you say to not give away you're a gold digger when men ask what are your expectations? um I really, honestly, I really would not. I would just straight up say, you know what, for the man to take care of everything, so I don't have to worry about anything. I mean, that's the truth, right? I like to feel safe, so take care of it all, so I don't have to worry about it. And that's how I like to feel. Um, if they don't get it and they don't understand this, I don't know. So he feels no remorse. Okay. If I don't find myself as attractive as him, why is he flirting with you? Men flirt with anything. I told y'all. It don't even matter. Um, if they feel like that person makes them feel like they want to feel, they're going to flirt with them. Or it could be to make someone else jealous sometimes. Um, you know, because a lot of women get jealous easier. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, I'm going to flirt with this person and see if this other lady gets jealous. Or I'm going to flirt with this person. But sometimes the woman don't even get jealous. Sometimes it's just they don't care. And, they're like, okay, it's like that. We got this open relationship now. All right, I see. So it's not, it's almost as if, okay, well, all right, let me go get mine then. You know, tell your friends, get with my friends, and we can all be friends. Okay, it will almost be like that, because if you're like, if a man is that bold, then the woman is going to be just as bold too. Okay. Cheating makes men feel good. Okay. Don't get attached. Moral of the story. And like, getting attached is almost as if, it's not the person. Sometimes it's not even the person you're attached to. It's the idea. You know, And a lot of people don't realize that. And I've told people, you know, it's not the person, it's the idea. Yeah, the treatment, the person, the facade, the illusion, the fakeness. Just the same reason why men like women when they first see them and want to sleep with them. The facade, the illusion, and the treatment. Okay? That's what they like. It's not the real person. The real person inside is crazy or not good or, difficult. And so that's why they tend to only want the facade. Hmm. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. So the facade is what I think people chase or get attached to or want to experience with someone or someone new. It's the facade because when you are not getting the same treatment that you were getting in the beginning of any relationship, it almost seems as if there's something missing, okay, or that something could be improved upon. And I know people are asking, well, why don't you talk to the person that you're with about that? Because if they listen the first time or the second time or the third time, you wouldn't have to say anything. So sometimes it's just I would call it a wake up call for some people, or sometimes that's what it is. You don't care. They say Jesus healed the blind, love is blind. um, 24. What what are some of the strategies you can implement so that your man doesn't cheat? Girl, none. Girl, what the heck? A leash? I don't know. That's the funny thing. You can't stop people from doing what they want. That's it. You can't stop them from doing what they want. There's no way you can say you can't do this and you can't do that unless you know you have to go everywhere with them, and even then they'll find a way if they really want to do that. So there's not a way you can stop them. If they want to, they're going to. That's it. Just like they can't stop you if you really want to. Can't get they nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. Mhm. Why do some women want to be in a relationship but also want to be single at the same time? Because okay, so someone want to be in a relationship because they like the security of the relationship and they want to feel like they have someone. At the same time, they want to feel like they're single because when they're single, they get the attention that they feel that they are not getting perhaps in the relationship. So I think it's what it is. It's the amount of um, affection, attention, and whatever that they're getting out there in the single life. So that's why I say if when you're a man, you should never get into a relationship unless you are ready to make that woman's dream basically come true. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So mhm. A lot of men get married before they are ready. I know a lot of people push people into marriage, and that's true. And a lot of people should never be married because they don't have enough um, attention or they don't care enough to give someone what they probably need from that other person. And I feel like women are the same way. Like what men expect out of women sometimes has nothing to do with a relationship. you know? And what women expect out of men sometimes have nothing to do with the relationship. So it's like you have to be able to do this and this. You got to be able to do stuff that don't have anything to do with the relationship and stuff that has everything to do with the relationship. And then it's even more when you have kids. So when you have kids, you got to do what you need to have done in the relationship, what you need to have done that has nothing to do with the relationship, which means money stuff. And then you got to be, some type of, parental figure for the children. So then you have three things that you're going to have to do. And a lot of times when men get married, they only think that they're just going to get this woman and she's going to, do all these things. And they just sit back, watch TV, work and get all that stuff. No, everything will change and the man has to step up and do even more. And when they tend not to do that, that's when the woman says, hey, you're not doing your job. Do I have to find someone else? You know what I'm saying? And so it starts, I'm telling y'all, women, when they start asking you to do little stuff, that is one of the first signs. And you say no and you procrastinate. Ooh, she's thinking, if I had a man that could do this, he would be doing that by now. So I'm trying to tell y'all dudes, I'm trying to tell y'all, if a woman asks you to do something, get on it now, today, yesterday. if he doesn't respond, he procrastinates. She might start thinking like, man, this sucks. I should have got with somebody who could do A, B, C, and D. You know. So you better get on it. Or hire somebody to get on it or something. The man thinks he's ready for marriage, but they are clowns and they are at least in their 40s, right? For someone like me, and I'm not saying I'm the best thing ever, but for someone like me, I expect, the best treatment. I expect people to do what they say when they say they don't do it. I expect a lot. Not way too much, but I expect a lot, you know? And I feel that if you can't do those things, then my disappointment is going to be there. And a lot of women feel that way. And a lot of women want way less than I do. And a lot of women don't even get that. And so it's, you know, it's weird that men don't see why women cheat. Because they're not getting what they want. Sometimes they ain't even getting what they need. Uh-huh. You are the best thing ever because you learned a lot from it. Okay. Well, sometimes men, they don't see that. They're like, well, I give you everything I do this and I do that. I was like, well, you don't do a this or that. I didn't ask you to do this or that. I asked you to do this, and that. Okay. So it's almost as if, to be with someone, you have to, that's why I always tell you, make sure that man likes you way more. Make sure that man likes you way more because even if they do start slacking, sometimes they'll try to make it up to you, or sometimes they'll try to do more, da da da. But at the same time, if they don't like you as much as you like them, then you're not even gonna get a response. Okay, you're like, whatever, man, whatever. You say, whatever, I don't care. That's what you're gonna get. So it has to be the man has to like you more. I keep telling y'all. Mhm. Um, or they have to want to stay married or in a relationship with you more than you want to stay with them. So, however y'all want to say it. Don't ever try to make me settle for crumbs. That's for why. Sure, it's a way to lose. What? Just being followed and supported by other uninformed women, creating an echo chamber is toxic for the community. Um, well, don't y'all go to bars and drink alcohol and eat toxic food every day? Okay. So I don't know what's the difference, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People will talk about toxic stuff and go eat something toxic right now. Right now, you got something toxic in your hand chewing on it. So I don't know why people go and call other people toxic when if you took a blood sample or pH balance of their body, they more toxic than anything you've ever seen. So I don't know. Okay. Y'all better use that word correctly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, your millionaire fiance were exclusive, now open relationship, his choice. Should you leave or marry just for the money he provides like I'm a queen? Can you have another man at the same time? If you can, then go get your other man and get his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either way. Uh eventually you'll be able to anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you said where I get my top from? The closet, baby. So I was about to say, y'all know I'm silly. Men call women toxic when they do toxic stuff all the time. Projection, yeah. You know what? You know what else is toxic? Aspirin if you have too many. Alcohol if you drink too much. Da 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 da. Yeah. A lot of things are toxic, but but they're bestsellers, and you got them. Indulge in them on a daily basis. They're even toxic, poisonous warnings on the label, but you still go and buy them. Okay. So toxic is not a word to me. It's just a description that most people don't see as a serious thing. Sure, you start dating older. Okay, you have been dating for 4 months, but he has PhD student, bro. Girl, why? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like you're young, you could date us. Okay, they still smoke them cigarettes and they super toxic. Okay, so when people start calling you toxic, don't listen to that because half the stuff that they didn't digest it that day is toxic. Okay, that means they like toxic. Now I pay attention to people's actions. I'm looking at your actions. You say I'm toxic, but you sitting over there drinking, smoking, eating trash food and stuff like that. Well, you toxic too. So guess what? Mm-hmm. If you're not toxic and you're super de duper healthy and all that kind of stuff, yeah, you can call somebody toxic because it'd be physically true. What's the best revenge on a cheating husband apart from cheating back? The best revenge? I mean, I don't think that there is a revenge. I mean, the best revenge would be to become the person that you are supposed to be in the first place so that that person never has to cheat. How to have a discussion with him that I want to get married to someone else. He's married and provides for me. I want to keep both men, but how? Don't tell them. Don't tell the one until you got the other one. Or you could just say, well, you're married, so I want to be married, so I'm keeping my options open. If that's what you really want to tell them. If not, keep it to yourself and tell them when the time is good for you. I don't know. You said never tell them? Don't ever tell them. Unless it's beneficial to you, okay? So make sure, never tell if you cheat, if you unless you want to. Like if you didn't get caught, you don't have to tell. If you want to tell, it doesn't matter. And it's up to the person. Why do women think honesty and genuinity is a virtue? These men lie in their subconscious thoughts. Why do you think? Sorry, I had a hiccup. Why do you think you owe him any truth? You don't owe him anything. It's whatever you would like to do. What do you want to do? What do you feel like doing? That's what you do. Especially if it's beneficial to you, or if you just want to see the reaction. I don't know. Whatever makes you feel happy inside or good about yourself, then do that. I think the best revenge for any spouse would be to become the best spouse you can, to make them regret ever cheating on you in the first place. I mean, that's the best way, because that's what they wanted in the first place. That the only reason they cheated is because you weren't doing your job, baby. So that's the best revenge you can get, is to become the person that they wanted in the first place, or to continue to be. And that will keep them from wanting to cheat again. That will keep them regretting that they cheated. And if they do regret it, and it will maybe create a way for that person to feel like they should apologize. But if they keep finding, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, you don't listen, then they're going to be like, I'm glad I cheated. I'll cheat again, because you still don't realize what you're supposed to do in this relationship. So a lot of times people will use their ability to say, what's the best revenge on a cheater? Become the person that they wanted you to be, and either leave, or make them feel bad for doing what they did to you, because, well, you don't make them feel bad, but you become something that they cannot complain about. And then they themselves will be like, I'm so sorry I did that. You did not deserve that. Blah, 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 blah. Or you did, but now, I could see now, I apologize. But if there's nothing to apologize for, because nothing is really improving, then the person will never really feel as if they did something wrong, especially if they got caught. Hmm. It's never about looks. Mm-mm. The best revenge isn't sleeping around. It's pulling up in a new car the other man bought. Should you cheat in your marriage before they cheat? I don't know. Like, I felt like if you cheat before they cheat, it's kind of not the point. Like, most women, unless they're just not, you know, married to the person that they want to be married to, yeah, maybe. But if you are married to somebody that you actually wanted to marry, then usually the woman does not cheat first. Usually it's the man. Okay. What is the person they wanted? What is the person they wanted you to be? I don't know. Like, whatever you need to be to make the relationship work. And, especially with certain types of women, it's hard for some men to, you know, step in and do whatever they're supposed to be doing, because it's a lot um, of women multitask a lot. And so what she does just in one day is what he probably does in 3-4 days. You know what I'm saying? And so the amount of, you know, things that she does, if she doesn't get help, recognition, or even, a lot of praise or attention or gifts or whatever, she feels like, I'm doing all this and you doing basically nothing. And they start to look, you know, like, you know, to the woman. And so if you have a woman who multitasks a lot. She don't even have to be a successful person. If she just has a lot of things that she has to do, that also is another way that, she could feel unvalued or undervalued. So make sure if she's doing more than you, you better make sure you're doing the same or more than her, especially if you're a man. You said sound effects. So if you see your woman doing 10 different things and you doing one, you better get up, sprinkle, sprinkle, get up and do something else. If you see your woman handling 5 things at once, get up and take 3 or 4 of them from her and help her. She shouldn't have to ask you. She should not have to ask you. Okay. And that's half the reason why women do what they do, because they don't feel like they need to ask you. If you see somebody don't juggling, oh, can I help you? Or let me get that. Let me grab that. Let me help you. Can I do something? Can I help you? That's what she's waiting on. Mm-hmm. Is there, even if she's not doing anything and she just resting, can I get you something? Men want to be the new ladies. Exactly. Should you be insecure if they cheat? No, you should like if you're a woman and your man cheated on her, no, you're not going to be insecure, because that had nothing to do with how you feel about yourself. Okay. So therefore you don't need to feel insecure. That has everything to do with what he wanted to do at that time and how that lady made him feel. It was a selfish thing, So it's the same way with the woman. Um, a man does not need to feel less when a woman cheats on him, because how can he feel less when that's all he is? You know, if that woman has something that his woman does not have at home or is not willing to be doing at home, then it doesn't take away from her. It just makes that woman a person that will do those things. That doesn't mean if she was married to him that she would do those things or continue to do those things. It means that for that day, that moment, that time, she chose to do those things. So it's not about you feeling insecure about something that you're not doing. It's just that that person did it that one time, or that, I don't know however many times they were doing something. But it doesn't mean that they're going to turn around and, take your place and do the same thing. No, situations change and people change when situations change. So don't ever think that you're doing something wrong, because if that lady was in your shoes, she might be doing the same thing you're doing. Okay. Why women say that a man hurt them when he cheats? I feel like a woman may feel some sort of betrayal, because um, of course anyone would feel that way if anyone cheated on them. So I would definitely say, you know what? It's not really betrayal, because I gave you the warning signs. I told you this. I waited. You ain't respond. So if you didn't get the hint and the clue, that ain't my fault. That's the type of person that a lot of women have become, because they actually did give the warning signs. Mhm. Oh my gosh. They start complaining a lot. People don't, communicate as much. You can feel the relationship slipping away or falling apart, and they don't do nothing. Those are the warning signs. What should you do when he don't come home? Whatever you want, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The the opportunities are endless. You have cheated in the past, but now you don't have the energy. You're leaving. Okay. Well, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Hey, men shouldn't ever pay for your dinner. Huh? Okay. Then I guess y'all won't be going out to eat or anything else, right? How can you get your sugar daddy to let you move in with him after his condo is finished being built? Show up there with a suitcase like I did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, she is cheating wrong if the woman cheats but the man didn't? Um, well, okay, it's wrong in the person's mind if they feel that it's wrong. Okay, this is like really up to the individual. Like psychologically, if you don't feel like cheating was wrong, then it wasn't wrong to you. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if the man didn't cheat, but he did other stuff to, make you want to cheat, then to you, he could be wrong. So I would say, you know what? Both people are probably wrong to the other person. But in their own mind, they're not wrong. Men don't know what fed up woman is calm but evil plotting. Okay. Do you think women cheat more as they get older since they are not as bound by morals like they were when they were young? Um, I don't know if they cheat more when they get older. I feel like maybe they feel like they have more opportunities to cheat or more options. So if they get caught or if they should, say that they're cheating, that they have the financial stability to leave or stay and do what they choose. So I believe that they tend to do that versus like when they're young and they still have the fairy tale in their mind and blah 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 blah, haven't experienced certain things yet. They still, their morals are still intact because they don't have a reason to question their morals. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have a reason to question your own morals or the morals that you were given, then you tend to keep them because they're all right, they're okay. But when you see that those morals don't have a place in the world that you live in, then you tend to create your own morals. Hmm. That's how I feel that most people do when they get a little bit older. Mhm. Mm. When you don't give a man emotion and he doesn't understand it, so he does more until he himself does not notice you are in power. They are clueless when a woman isn't emotional. Hmm. Younger women cheat more than older women for sure. Hmm. You're so right now. They call it Cole because he seems to be moving on. Uh-huh. Right now, like a man just having female friends is cheating, so I'm not good for relationships. I find everything disrespectful. Yeah. Like honestly, if you find a lot of those things disrespectful, and if your man has female friends or whatever, whatever, then if you don't like that, then you don't like it. Um, if you do and it doesn't bother you, then it's fine. But there's one thing to have female friends, and then there's one thing to talk about them. Like I don't care you because I can get friends anyway, anytime, anywhere if I feel like it, if I want some. That's not what having friends are about. So if you feel that that person is some sort of competition to you or that he may be interested in them, that's the only reason why you should be worried about having female friends. If it's for any other reason, like, they may, put thoughts into their mind or like, oh, well, you know, that person that you're with, you could do so much better. If they're, shady friends, then of course people don't like men to hang around women who, are talking trash. So make sure you're trying to figure out which one it is. Because if you're just jealous just because it's a woman, then that's silly. Hmm. So the day y'all under control y'all emotions, that's the day y'all are bad. Be I love it when your wisdom flows. Uh-huh. When if something hurts you, just swallow it and let it live and die inside of you. No need to cry and to a man who had disrespect you. Yeah, just be like, oh, I don't care. Whatever. What's your opinion on seeking arrangement? I don't know. I've never been on there. Or if I have, I don't even remember. It was probably for educational purposes, and then I probably deleted that. So I don't know. People kept telling me about it, but I never thought 2 seconds about that. Like, what is that? What's older? Wait, there's a older woman who paying for a man, 15G, do whatever she wants. Really? Wow, interesting. Men don't think their precious wives would cheat. Yeah, I think men are more devastated when they find out that their woman cheated on them because they feel like that's not something that is very feminine, or they don't see their woman in that way. So it also hurts more to know that another man has probably been with them, and you may be comparing them to each other, da da da, blah 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 blah. And so they feel way different. hmm So I don't know. Like, if I think it's more devastating to them. Why do men complain about OnlyFans girls but lust after that? I have no idea. Their their egos get crushed. Okay, if he has a bunch of female friends, he needs too much female attention. Okay, what platform? I don't know. Like, when I find out, I'll tell you. What? But y'all can help whoever is asking that question in the comments about the sugar daddies. If you cheat, you try to break up with him and he won't let go. What else I'ma do? I can't just put up with. I'm unhappy. Yeah, do what you want to do. They need love too. I'm crushed. What? Drama queen stay. What? Okay, y'all talking to each other. Um, Ladies try to get in the league. Oh my goodness, I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, you got a tribe of female friends and they're all easy. Uh-huh. And most women got a bunch of men who all be giving them money too. So, especially when they're young or single. They got. I remember I used to go out. I used to like see women out hanging out, and they're like, "Oh, that man be giving me this. That man pay for this." And I got another one that's supposed to meet me later. He gonna pay for it. He gonna give me that. I mean, that's how women do it, because, like I said, men feel like they can do that, and so women do feel that same way now. Okay. If you want someone who's going to be all for you, then you need to give them all of you, as a man, because like women want so much, you're going to feel like it's all of you. You're going to feel like it's all of you. And if you can't do that, then like I said, stay single. Or don't be mad if you cheat. I don't know. It's hard. It's like women are very hard to please, most of them. You may not think so, but they are. I'm very hard to please. So if you're not able to please, by doing your job and evolving as a partner in your relationship with your woman, then don't be mad if she cheat. And the same like with a man. Like, if a woman is getting cheated on by her man, and you know if she's not doing what she wants or he wants her to do, or if she is, you got to know if it's your fault or something. You got to know that. And if you don't feel like it's your fault, then he may just be wanting more or being greedy. Who knows? Um, but you got to know why. I would ask myself that first. I'm like, well, why is he cheating? Is there something I ain't doing? Okay. If it's not, then I have a reason to get upset and be mad. But if there is reasons, then you have to say, okay, well, I did do that and I did that. So you got to take responsibility for a lot of the times, like, well, I don't feel like doing that. Da, da, da. Okay, well, I'm gonna, like a lot of men say, if you don't do that, if you don't have sex with somebody, they're gonna go cheat. Okay, well then go cheat. Because obviously, if you're not sleeping with somebody, you don't want to sleep with them, and you wouldn't care if they went and cheated. So that's a lot of times what women will say. But then at the same time, it's it backfires on the man, because the woman can say, well, you cheated on me and you shouldn't have done that, and I'm your wife and we have this, and they can use it either way. And secretly they're like, I'm glad that he ain't, he cheated, and now I got some leverage over him and he gonna do, a lot of times that's what it is. So you can't even get away with that. So you said you cheat because you want to. Well, and some people cheat because they want to. And some people cheat because they feel like, okay, well, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Sure. Why would a provider man cheat with a trashy woman if he is with the classy woman? Because he has the opportunity, darling. Duh. Women get to cheat as a little treat. Oh, they do. How long should a person wait for a ring? I don't know. I don't know. It's different for different cultures, different types of people, different ages and expectations. So when you get tired of waiting, that's how long, okay? That's the best thing I could tell you, because it's different. Some people will be like, a year, 6 months, five, you know, 2 years. That's too long. Like if y'all like to rush and get married, that's fine. If y'all like to wait, that's fine. But however y'all do it, that's how y'all do it. Okay. You're single if you're married. I never understood when people use boyfriend, girlfriend titles and get mad when the partner spends time with someone else. You're not even legally together. That's true. How much is an average ring, which is acceptable? However much you feel like it's enough. Like those are individual questions that y'all can answer for yourself. I feel like you lose interest very fast too, and the smallest things turn me off, and then I feel like I want a new man. Um, I think a lot of people are picky these days. I guess my best advice for that is to find someone you can overlook a lot of stuff for, because something else is so good at good on what you really like, that will help you overlook those things. If he has opinions, he's not waiting that long. He just know he's cheating while you're figuring out what you want. Do women want rich guys or hot guys? Um, I guess that also depends on why they're going to be in the relationship, because that's like asking a man, does a man want a sexy woman or a faithful woman that is, can cook, clean, and all this kind of stuff? Like, which one do you want? And if you can't get one, are you gonna cheat and find what you want on the side? That's the answer. Because women, they're not going to sacrifice, having, financial stability for some abs or something. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sacrifice that. Why? Because they can have both if they really wanted it, just like men can. So, I mean, the one that you want legally bound to you is definitely going to be the finance. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't like to cheat. You like what? Men want both too, but we know it's dream and the difference. So we what? So his mom jealous you going to work? What? I don't even know what that means. Would you recommend the art of seduction to level up or any other? Whatever helps you feel the best that you can feel and give you the strategies. Definitely use those tools. Yes. The guy most women really wouldn't want them. And that's true. And the woman that most men want don't want them either, sadly. And that's the dilemma that most people run into. Who you really want don't want you. And if they take you, they may replace you or cheat. If you were a dude, how would you pull the finest woman in the room? Mm, well, it depends on what I look like as a man and how much money I had. Then I could tell you how I would. So you gotta have some money first. That's number one. Okay, you gotta have the money first. That money. Money, books, intelligence, humor. And if you have the money, then all you got to do is pay her a compliment and walk away. See, y'all be doing it in reverse. The men don't compliment the woman; she's going to think she's no. Pay her a compliment and walk away. That's how you pull them. Cause she's gonna be looking for you. That man, the guy was cute, and he's supposed to have money. He's supposed to be rich, and he's supposed to be that, and he's supposed to be this. You know, and he came over and complimented. He didn't even disrespect me. He didn't try to come off me. He didn't try to flirt with me. You know, he paid me a compliment. I know he thinks I'm attractive, and then he walked off as if he could. That's how you pull. Okay, that's what I would do if I was mad. But most men got it backwards and wrong, baby. Y'all doing all the wrong things. So you give the compliment, and then you walk away. You don't withhold the compliment and stick around. That's stupid. That's how you get cheated on. That's how you get lied to and ghosted and all those things. And the reason why is if you're not going to continue those things, then if you're not going to continue those things and allow, if you're not going to compliment the woman that you're with, somebody else will. Somebody else is going to do that, whether you're doing it or not. And when you're getting compliments left and right from other people, and the guy that you're supposedly supposed to be with or who wants you doesn't compliment you, well, you're going to say, okay, well, this man over here is complimenting me, and this man over here is complimenting me, and this man is not. So he must not see what these other men see in me, which means he's not going to get me, understand me, and know what I need, baby. So guess where I'm going? Okay, where the compliments will flow. Even though I realize that you don't have to compliment someone every day of their lives, but if you see yourself a certain way and the other people see you that way that are complimenting you, then y'all are going to have more in common. Okay? And when a man holds back purposely the compliments, you know that he is definitely trying to manipulate. hmm And when you see someone trying to manipulate, you already know they're going to get cheated on left and right because it's not even worth it after that. Like, oh, you trying to play games. Okay. Um, is complimenting a man's car masculine? Yep. What's the best age to get married to a... I don't even know what that is. I told y'all stop using it. You mean a great value man? Walmart brand? I don't know. If men are bold, should you be just as bold with your demands? Yeah, even bolder. Shoot, if they bold, you be 10 times as bold, or a couple times as bold. If a man, yeah, if a man is bold enough to ask you this, then you should be bold enough to say that. Whatever you want to say. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not familiar with those terms. I don't use them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't use those terms. Okay. The term I use is like I don't use those terms because you can't put a value on a person. Those values can change at any time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to label you something that may depreciate in 2 minutes or tomorrow. Look, and he lose his job, he's still high value? No. So I'm not using those terms because to me it's silly. It's like putting a price on cattle, baby. No, look, I shouldn't have to say what you are. You should always just be that. Period. Done. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He said domesticated woman is a woman devoted and dedicated to domestic life. Until she is not. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mhm. One man for every different situation is the new norm. Okay. Money is important. Everything else I do. Don't care about a man as long as he what? Respect you. Okay. What's the difference between what women find attractive in women versus men? I don't know. That's the money and looks. Why would a wealthy man care about your career? Want me to be gold? Doesn't want me to be a gold digger? I mean, that's a hard answer. That's like if I was a man, especially if I was a successful man that had a lot of money. When I go out to find somebody that I want to date, I don't care what they do for a living. In fact, if I got money and they're with me, they don't like, that's just what it is. I'm not going to say, okay, we'll go out and work every day, even though I have all this money for you. I'm like, you know what? If I'm a masculine man and I'm a man, and I'm not going to date a woman and send her to other men on a daily basis in the work world. I'm not going to do that. How do you get a husband to move out? You ask for divorce, separation. He tied up in business and says he can't move out right now and can't stand to see him. Wait until somebody move out. I mean, it's to me, if he's not trying to leave and the business and money is tied up, just you can't stand to see him, then don't look at him, baby. Go to a different part of the house and live your life. That's what a lot of people do. Do you think that a compliment would make him less of a challenge than a guy who doesn't compliment you? I think a compliment acknowledges that he sees you and that he admires you for what you look like. And, that's all he sees. That's all he sees. So he is naturally attracted to you. That's number one. The guy who doesn't give the compliment is pretending not to see you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a difference. That's the difference. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's how you know. Now, the person that gives you the compliment could be lying just to get your attention, but the person that is withholding the compliment is saying that they don't see you. So which one would you rather have? Not to be seen or to be flattered with a lie? Even if it's the truth, it could be the truth, but a compliment is usually a compliment. It's not a lie most of the time, but at the same time, I'd rather be complimented than not seen, because I can be not seen on purpose any time of the day. So I would definitely be more interested in the person that complimented me rather than the person that didn't. Because we both agree on the same thing. Me. Mm-hmm. I like that's only if the man approaches you though. Okay. If you go out looking for compliments, that's a whole different story. Can a woman compliment a man here and there? Sure. Like after he compliments her, of course. Oh, you look nice today. You look very nice today too. Hmm? Oh, sorry. I didn't take. You said, are all compliments not? No, all compliments aren't lies. But I'm saying that they're a compliment. That's all. Um, at the same time, purposely withholding a compliment will make you look bad in front of another person if they should walk over and compliment her. And she is like, oh, thank you so much. And then you're going to, like, the man is going to look stupid because he didn't compliment. You know what I'm saying? So I've been out before where I've been out before with someone who was not giving a compliment that day or whatever, and then everybody that would see you would give the compliment and congratulate the person that's with you, and the person may see all this attention that you're getting from other people and all these compliments that you're getting from other people. So him withholding his compliment was pointless and makes just him look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get, in my experience, you're going to get fed more compliments by other people in the presence of this person if you deserve those compliments. And it's just going to make them feel stupid, insecure, and as if everywhere you go, people notice you. And so he's going to feel stupid for not saying anything because it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious he's withholding. And then it makes them look insecure. So if the woman deserves the compliments, give them to her. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the best thing I can tell you. Why manipulate? That's so degrading to buffoon. Exactly. What does it mean when your husband stares at you, then quickly turn away once you've noticed? I don't know. You still look good. I don't know. You still look good, girl. If a man in your experience has been really good, everyone on that site. Okay. Y'all talking to each other. Um, yeah, he said he needs to look stupid. Exactly. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with narcissistic mothers? Well, like, you just don't deal with anybody who you don't want to deal with, honestly. And if you have to deal with people, then do what you got to do. Don't don't be slacking on your end, That way they have nothing to use against you. If your man looks at other women while he is with you, look at other men. Shoot, who cares? Okay, that's what you gotta do. Look, if you gotta ask, then you need to experience. Okay, why he do that? Go see why. Go figure it out. You go get the experience that you want to know about. Like why? Like he's looking at other women. Well, go look at other men. Well, he's doing this. Well, go try it too. Obviously, it's okay. So don't ask. Go figure it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said his mom don't want you to work. Well, then have his mama send you a paycheck. Sprinkle, sprinkle for not working. Either you work if you want to, because you'll want to, or somebody pays you not to work. But either way, you finna get some money, right? Tell him. But at the same time, if she's not agreeing to that, then she don't have a right to tell you what to do. If you don't have a right to ask her for what you need, then she ain't got a right to ask you and tell you what to do. That's the only thing I can tell you. Like, who cares? I don't care. Like, you got to get that attitude. I don't care what you think. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, write a letter, send it to me, put a stamp on it, and I'll read the mail when I get to it. I don't care. That's what you tell them. Get in line with the rest of them that's got something to say. I don't care. You're not special to me. I don't care. If you don't want me to work, then give me some of your money, lady. Okay, I'm not finna argue with people. You just tell them how it is. If they don't like it, oh well. That's just what you do. How to try to stop nagging your husband after he cheated when you are so hurt and all y'all think of is the betrayal. Tell him to get a hobby, baby. Or tell him to get a hobby or focus on how he can make the relationship better for you so you don't go and cheat again. Or if he keeps bringing it up, yes. If you keep bringing up that he cheated, then you need to go get a hobby and figure out how to spend his money. That's all I can tell you. If he can't, like if he's staying, like if he wants to leave, he can leave. If he wants to stay, stay. Or you could figure out how to make yourself happy and realize that he's a cheater and it's not your fault. And even if it was your fault, it don't matter. You can't change the past, okay? And move on and do something new, you know. But if y'all use those terms and things in the past to argue, then they're just going to be ammunition. So if you use what happened in the past as a way to argue, those are your weapons. So either stop arguing or continue to use the weapons. I don't know. Or get over it or move on. Or if someone makes a giant gesture, that could help. That's what a lot of men try to do. Like that's why a lot of men who get caught cheating, especially ones with money, they will make a huge gesture to the woman as a way to be forgiven. And sometimes that works. Okay. It works for longer than it doesn't work for. So a huge gesture is a way to get them to stop bringing that up. If you care enough. You said betrayal is hurtful. It is hurtful, but once you've been betrayed several times, it's like, okay, well, I guess, that's the norm now. And it doesn't hurt so bad afterwards. But at the same time, it's almost like when someone who gets betrayed and they find out and they've never been truly betrayed before, yeah, that hurt. But, everyone feels betrayal at some point in their life. Is pretty privilege real? If yes, how can I take advantage of that pretty privilege real? You could take advantage of it by using it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a reason to use it, if you don't go anywhere to use it, then it's not going to be used. If you go places to use it, that's when you use it. Like people know when to use this, what they have. Honestly, you can use it when you are out and about. But if you don't really do anything in order to use that pretty privilege, then it's just simply something that you have and not using at the time. Okay. If you're really pretty, you use it every second of the day. What's your life like? Uh-huh. My life is like you don't need it because if someone sees you every day, you look normal to them. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, um, if you're pretty and the same people see you every day, they get used to you. That's it. Just anyone. If they don't see you every day and you're new to different people every day, then you're gonna get special treatment. Or if the person likes you. But I would definitely use it for whatever I needed to use it for if I was, the person you're talking about. Pretty women reality is just different. I've seen that they can do no wrong and get offered everything. That's true because men go for looks. That's it. Men don't care about the inside or this, and that. You got to look good. That's it. Sadly. No man ever walked around talking about, I want an ugly woman or an okay woman. You know what I'm saying? They never do that. They don't say that. How to get a man to pay for stuff like groceries, drinks, clothes. People always talk about getting that stuff. Expect them to. Expect it. Expect it. Tell them that's what they need to be doing. Decline any type of, dates or anything if they're not trying to pay. Then you ain't going nowhere. Okay. We going to the mall, that means they're paying, or else we're not going anywhere. We're going to the grocery store together, he's paying. What else? What else you said? Shopping, grocery store, uh, clothes, yeah, mall. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whenever there's somewhere that you're not, ask them to bring you something back. That's how you get free stuff. Or when you're out and about and you smile and look cute and you say something like, "Oh, that's really expensive." They might pay for it. You just gotta let them know. Mm-hmm. You gotta let them know. Can a woman be a 10 with 2 kids? Can a man be a 10 with 2 kids? I don't know. Can they? So glad you're still alive. Oh. Yeah. I mean, anybody can be what they want to be. You said she can't be a 10, she got 2 kids? Well, I mean, I guess that's, I don't know, up to the individual. We need to treat them the same way they treat us. Exactly. Shoot. Depends if the person likes kids. I don't know. Honestly, in the real dating world, like if a man has an issue with that, then he got an issue with it. You might have an issue with a lot of other things in his life too. You know what I'm saying? For example, like, oh, you got kids, I don't want to date you. Okay, well, you don't make enough money to date me anyway, even if I had one kid or zero kids. So, or you're not willing to do the things that I need you to do in the relationship anyway, even if I have kids or not. So I don't care. That's how the attitudes of women need to be these days. Like, you're not willing to do what I need you to do in this relationship anyway, or even you're not even, the type of man that is even going to, give me what I want. So I don't care. That's what women have to be like these days. So we're not going to act like having children is some type of burden or some type of repellent to men. All I'm going to say is, if you don't have what it takes, then you ain't got what it takes. Go find someone who is more compatible with you. That's all you can say. Hmm. Don't make an excuse for it. Don't feel bad about it. That's what you do. That's what you have. That's what you're going to have. And if they want you bad enough, like I said, they always got to want you more. They will find a way to make things work out for the best for everyone. Okay. Hmm. How to find motivation to lose weight? Um, you got to want to do that for yourself. That's like, you can't, like, honestly, you can't lose weight for other people. It has to be for yourself. If you lose weight for other people, you're just going to gain it back when those people stop paying attention to you. If you're going to lose weight, lose it for yourself. The best way to do that is to, um, I guess, plan and write down what you eat, and just, be very conscious of what you're eating. Eat. Okay. Mhm. A single guy with no kids doesn't want a woman with kids. Okay. Well, that's not what they want. But they sure do hit on them. They sure do try to sleep with them. They sure do want the attention from them. They like a lot of single guys hit on married women, or a lot of married men hit on single women with kids. So obviously they don't mind being with them. They just don't want a relationship with them. So, that's not 100% true. What is 100% true is they don't want to be in a relationship with women with kids because um, they don't want to deal with that. So that's understandable. Just like a woman doesn't want to be in a relationship with a man who got different baby mamas, or still live with his mama, or got certain issues. So it goes both ways. Like, men mostly talk about what they don't want, but women usually talk about what they do want. And this is why most women get what they want, and most men still looking and are disappointed in a lot of the relationships that they get into, because they don't focus on what they want. They focus on what they don't want. And that's probably why they keep attracting that. Mm-hmm. Shira, how to get a sugar daddy to buy you a house? Pick it out and tell him that's what you want for Christmas, babe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ah, on all holidays, and he asks what you want. Tell him that's what you want. The down payment to this house, baby. Mm-hmm. He got you a car too? Oh my goodness. What color car he got you, girl? You can't raise another man's kids or pay for any other man's children. That takes money from my biological child. No? Okay. Well, then he should have all the money, baby, and be giving it to y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's my advice. Uh-oh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, I would definitely make sure, like, before you enter any relationship, don't enter it with, this is going to be the perfect relationship ever. There's not going to be any problems, because that's silly. Every relationship, has its problems. I guess the best question to ask yourself is, like, if you're a woman and you cheat, do you stay? If you get caught, or do you tell? If you want to tell, are you going to repeat that? Why did you cheat in the first place? And if you're a man and you cheated, why did you cheat? Are you going to stay? If you get caught, same question. And at the end, at the end of it all, it's like, people will always ask you the same question. Why not just break up if you can't? I would definitely advise those people to look at the string of, kids who don't have complete families. I would definitely say, look at the difference in wealth between people who are divorced and who stay married, and look at the difference between the education level, or the type of person that their children grow up to be, versus what other children in broken homes grow up to be. Then you make your decision, especially if you are married or have children involved. Just because you feel a certain way about a certain individual does not mean you sacrifice the entire relationship, family, business, money, whatever you call it. Because at the same time, it's not really worth it. It's just like closing your business because an employee did something that you did not like. Oh, I don't like what you did, but I'm not shutting the whole business down. You know, it's kind of like that. So a lot of times men will tend to stay with their wife even if they've been caught, because they're not trying to sacrifice the whole thing. And usually it's the woman that will sacrifice the whole thing because of her emotions. Okay. She will be like so fed up, I can't do this anymore. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I feel that most of the time it's the woman that will file for the divorce, unless it's the man that wants to leave because he found someone else and he doesn't care about sacrificing or losing whatever he had to lose in the first place, because he probably didn't value it as much as he should have. So, yeah. So it just all depends on why people would choose to split up or leave after the cheating has occurred. Do they have anything to sacrifice? Do they have anything to lose? Do they want to lose those things? Or would they rather keep them and just move forward? Okay. You said toxic women are useful. What are some unconventional ways to behave? Girl, look, go ask somebody who feels as if they're able to answer that question. Like for me, y'all go watch my old videos. The answers are there. I promise you. The topic on this is not about that. Come on now, stick to the topic. Mm-hmm. You said I look too lazy to cheat? Yeah, I'm too lazy to cheat. Somebody got to actually come and make me cheat. They got to be like, you want to cheat? I'm too lazy to even think about it. I'm like, I'm ready to go. What? Want me to cheat? Well, I get maybe. Okay. That's how cheating has to come to me. I don't be trying to make it happen, like putting stuff in place. I'm like, if it, if it happened, it happened. Yeah, I'm too lazy. You're right. It has to be like put in my lap, literally. Like, here you go. But that's how easy it is for women to cheat. That's how easy it is. And I'm trying to tell guys this. They don't listen. That treat your woman right, because it falls in your lap, baby. It falls in their lap a lot of the times. like, what's this? Cheat? For real? Um, mhm. Why do men feel that their pain is different when they cheat? I don't know, because they feel more betrayed. I guess in society, women have been cheated on so much and for so long that it almost seems normal to forgive the man and to stay in a marriage or the relationship and move forward. But with men, it's different because it's not so accepted in society, and it could be publicly humiliating to some men. So definitely, that's why. Mhm. That's why men try to keep you home. And yeah, because they know that opportunities will fall in your lap. You said don't take a man with fresh babies seriously. Fresh babies. Sugar Daddy says he has cancer. I think he's lying, but how to convert this to your advantage? Why would he tell you that, though? Like, you have to ask yourself, why would he tell you that? That's number one. Figure that out first. If he tells you that, it's for a reason. Why is he telling you this? Take advantage of it by acting like you didn't hear it. Treat him the same way. I had to preach a good word of Shira on double date with your sugar daddy. His friend was a multimillionaire Dusty. He got different. You think because he's been spending lots of money on you. Okay. Well, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Get well soon. I don't know. I wouldn't even. I mean, I'd have to find out. You know, if it's true or not, because some people will tell you lies. Um, I gotta go in a second, but y'all, let me see what time it is. Definitely know that in many relationships, people are going to seek, or not even seek, but a lot of opportunity will just find them. And they will be presented with opportunities. Whether they accept those opportunities or not may or may not depend on whoever they're with and if that person makes them happy. Because a lot of times, like when you are in love with someone, the last thing in your mind to do would be cheating. So if you allow, people to fall out of love with you, then if they are given opportunity, and especially if you're lacking a lot of the qualities that you used to have in that relationship, they will most likely, um, you know, think about or even, participate in cheating. So before you get in any relationship, keep that in your mind. Okay. And after, if that's already happened to you and after the fact, if you have more reasons to stay than you do to leave, then also, weigh those options. Hmm. You said you'll make her cheat on her man, then ignore her. Uh-huh. And that's a lot of times that people do that, and women tend to accept that now because it's almost the norm. And so, they tend to turn around and do that again with other people since it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that. Like what you do to women, women will start to do back to men. They will start to do the same thing. So if you don't like that behavior in women, then don't teach it to them. Don't show that to them, because you may not get that same treatment from that particular woman, but in the future, you may get it from a different woman who you did not want it from, because that's what's being learned in society. So just know that, just in case. Okay. So I gotta go. I'll see y'all on the next one.